doors have opened. The timer has started. Welcome to your weekly dose of post-apocalyptic mayhem. In the year 2115, a Penance RPG production.
Welcome to episode 10 of 2115. Who are you? What are you? And is your character having a good day? Starting with Susie.
Hi, I'm Susie Q. I am Dr. Stein, the Technomancer Halfling, and she's having a great day. I mean, she has a lot of great days. Every single day has been pretty successful as far as she's concerned, so yeah, she's having a fabulous day.
Fair enough. Next we have Rowan.
Hello, I'm Rowan. I'm playing Index, little lab rat, actual rat, and Index today is probably feeling alright, actually, considering everything. I mean, Tex is no longer around.
Oof.
Next we have Dragon.
Hello, I'm playing Irwaz, and I think they're actually feeling pretty okay. You know, we got back to the base. We don't know what Coco's doing, but he doesn't know where the fuck we are, so it's okay.
Fair enough. Next we have Belry.
Hello, it's me, the guy he said I was. I am playing Officer Tyre. He's a wheel. He's not feeling so hot right now because he has a tragic backstory and has been reminded of his daughter and his whirlwind, love affair with the guy on the end of the ear. And it's all very tragic.
Fair enough. And finally this week, Tom.
Hello, Tam here. I'm just making music, honestly. Just making music in the corner. I haven't struck anything particularly amazing yet, but you know, I'll keep working on it, and I'm sure eventually I'll figure something out that sounds cool, using the sort of bits of the clips out of the guitar that I've been using.
Alright. No Amy this week because she's asleep somewhere. No John, hopefully he'll be back soon.
Have they both crashed in the pillow fort?
Probably.
They're just like,
I imagine Goldie's just powered down in the corner for now and he'll eventually reanimate sometime.
Nice.
So, what happened last week?
We
We
learned...
had an adventure of the Fluffies.
I forgot about all that.
There were so many fluffy.
Too many fluffies, some might say.
I met Fluffy 97, and the doctor skillfully got them to allow us to check them for bear rot, and we impersonated a Fluffy to speak to Coco. So we'd been told to go to the sewers because there was going to be a drop made, and we managed to intercept the parcel. But Coco has worked out that someone's been removing the Fluffy's ears with their location devices.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe throwing them in the sewers was the best idea. Maybe we should have burnt them or something, or, you know,
Maybe.
made
don't
it
know, I
look like
think
all the
he-
fluffies had died or something.
Well, he got someone to the reservoir pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah, he might have got us if we hadn't thrown them in. It might have been just enough delay.
Yeah, like he'd be go inclined to go see why they're over there instead of just coming straight and finding us. Yeah, that's a good point.
So we intercepted a box, a really heavy box, that looks like it might make Fluffies, we're guessing.
Well,
Definitely
implied.
plus whether
Yeah, I
or not
was-
it makes other things without causing hideous mutation experiments gone wrong, etc.
it wasn't so much hideous mutation, it just made the fly, the tiny little fly, into a fluffy-sized fly.
I was referring to the cracker, not the fly.
I kind of wiped the cracker from my mind, I'll be honest.
I'm
I-
shocked.
The living cracker.
Yeah.
Not for long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christ.
I forgot about the living cracker, but then again, I also forgot about the giant fly until you reminded me.
Which I believe is still buzzing around.
Yep.
We should try putting a lead on it.
Have a fly on a lead.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Taking my dog for a walk.
yeah, you could put it in, like, you know.
No!
Look, if we could train it.
And it thumps into a window really loudly.
No, you can't have a dog being a fly. Haha, fly go bzzz.
What we need is to put a bee in that giant fuzzy wuzzy bumblebee. It'd be so cute.
It would take out so many walls.
Yes, but I want it. Blizzard gave it to me. I want it in D&D now.
Damn you, Alliance. Right. Okay. So we'll continue from there. So, at the end of last week, did you give the machine away or did you keep it?
Did we give the chip?
I think we gave him the chip because we had no means of figuring out what was on it.
Okay.
I think.
So you're all looking around this machine with the giant fly buzzing on the wall. At this point, the ear begins to crackle.
That always
Snap
makes
and
me jump.
Is it the Mr. E ear or the bear ear? No, we don't have a bear ear anymore.
No, you don't have a bear ear anymore.
So, mystery.
I assume all the fluffies are keeping themselves busy, I don't know, doing science for the doctor.
Oh god. Oh
Can
god.
she have them, like... Oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want them to
Don't.
look for that. She's taught them to, like, start cleaning the house and stuff. That's what they're doing.
Oh my god.
Looking after the house.
They're playing house. Literally playing house.
Yeah. And they're taking apart Texie's old body for parts and little mini chop shop going on.
Mm-hmm.
Chop shop. Chip chop shop. Chip chop shop.
Sorting all the little cables. So the ear's crackling, what do you want to do?
Can we just ignore it?
You can ignore it if you want.
Oh no, we mislaid the ear.
21:15, the party takes a day off.
It's the beach episode. We all go to the beach, we all buy ice cream, we play volleyball. Yeah,
There we go.
helicopter.
Nearby.
Yeah!
Do that if you want.
It's brilliant, let's do that.
I gotta say, I do like that idea.
Beach
I'm going to-
episode.
Oh, I know. I'm going to start playing Ocean Man. Because, you know, beach party.
Do we want to go to the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take an episode off.
Okay.
Irwaz is looking at the rest of the group in sheer bewilderment.
Yeah, that's not so
And
right.
is like,
Come on, you'd love the beach.
only if I can swim away.
You probably could.
Yeah, if you
I
want.
really don't want sand in my gills. That's
You
just
don't
grim.
need sand in your gills. We can go to a rocky beach.
Tempting.
Come on.
Yeah, a rocky beach would be awesome because then there'll be rock pools we can go and look in and...
I can do my geology thing. It'd be great.
Yeah, let's go. Let's pack some snacks. And she's going to take a box of crackers.
Do we have any idea of where the nearest coastline is?
Index has already put on the bikini.
Oh my god.
Tiny
I mean,
bikini.
I don't know about you guys, but
Or a itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow got a bikini.
I ain't
I'm
super
going
on
to
the
turn
bed.
start recording the song that you're singing there. If you don't mind. Good doctor.
That's
Just
the only
play that
line I...
back in the background for the episode.
It's the only line I know, so that's the only line she'll sing.
That's enough.
I mean, that's like people only knowing the first 3 lines of I've Got Love a Bunch of Coconuts because of the Lion King.
Yeah.
So, you decided to go to the beach, fuck it, we're going to run with this now. So,
Thank you.
I was going to answer the ear.
you can ask the ear if you want, or you can go to the beach. I really don't mind, you can fucking go left field with this. You know me, I'll ad-lib something.
We do both?
If you want to answer the ear, that's fine. But we're taking the day off.
Yeah, I don't want to explain that. No, most of the group's gone to the beach. I don't think he'd be very happy with that. So let's pretend we were out of range.
Now, let's pretend we put the ear down somewhere and just forgot to bring it with us.
Should I give it to one of the fuzzies and just tell them to look after it and don't answer it?
Yeah.
No, God,
Yeah.
Put it in the
no. You're
base.
fucking insane.
Wait,
no.
We'll put it in the
Guys.
safe.
Yes, we can put it in the
stitch
safe.
onto one of the fuzzies.
We'll not take it with us. And then we might actually be out of range. Thereby giving the lie some truth.
That's true. That could work.
Here's the other question. Are we bringing the dog with us to the beach, aka the fly?
No.
Yes.
It's our guard dog. How's he going to guard our house if he's not there to guard it? Silly.
Are you going to take the fly out? And if so, how are you going to do this?
Well, we don't have a lead for him yet, do we? So.
Yeah. If we get a lead, then we can bring him for walks.
Yeah. Walks.
I mean,
okay.
I got some zip ties.
We'll look for some rope.
Okay.
Got some perfectly good zip ties right here, I don't know, but whatever. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Do you have like a tiny backpack?
Nobody got like this hollow right inside of me.
Oh, okay. I was just curious, because like Tam, he's got a drawer thing.
It's true. I do. Currently versus our friend Index's apartment.
I'm assuming we've cleaned the sock in between episodes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The sock is
I've been
now
crusted.
no longer crusted shut with blood.
Yay.
I'm glad it was crusted shut with blood.
Yeah, it's had a lot of blood in it, that sock.
Okay, so let's put the ear in the safe.
Okay. You put
Head
ear
out
in
to the
safe.
helicopter.
Oh yeah, we have a
The
helicopter.
doctor's going to inform the Fluffy. She's going to speak to Fluffy 3, who's like in charge of all the other Fluffies,
Okay.
and tell him, don't answer the door, and you can hang out in here. And then she'll give them a box of crackers and go, here's your lunch.
Ah.
We'll be back later, okay?
Alright, they're very happy with lunch, and they ask you when is lunch.
That's it. When you're hungry.
Is there a clock in the apartment? In the base?
I don't know. Fuck it. Let's roll the clock.
If the Fluffies have internal GPS that they use to track them, then surely they would also therefore have to have an internal clock because it's a requirement of a GPS system.
This is true.
Does GPS require an internal clock?
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
based off time delays between signals.
Ah,
Slowly be drifting off center.
fair enough. So there is no obvious clock that you can see, but obviously the Fluffies now have clocks since we've had to discuss about GPS.
Well, midday.
They all sort of nod, and then they sort of all debate where the cracker box should go before going back to sorting their little pile of scrap into little boxes.
They're such
Aw.
good bears.
That's so cute.
So adorable.
Thank God they're not trying to kill us anymore.
They weren't trying to kill us before. They were just
Threatening.
killing other people that happened to, be near us.
I haven't forgotten Fluffy 1.
Does anyone know where the beach is?
No,
Yes.
I'm
We
sure
walk
that's
in
what I
a-
asked.
Alright.
We walk in a direction until we find water. That's how we find a
Right.
beach.
So you walk upstairs. Which direction are you going to go? Let's just give me a compass direction.
Surely we got to go towards the chopper so that we can get a good bird's eye view of where the best beach place is.
We're going to be in the middle of a desert for like 1,000 miles, aren't we?
Depends what we roll.
Probably.
But if we roll well, beach.
Yay!
Okay, let's try that.
Okay, so we're going to go for the helicopter then. Right.
Bye, the lovingly crafted story made for us.
I'm bolting the door to keep the Fluffies in.
So you bolt the Fluffies in, and you head off to the helicopter. Let's say you reach the helicopter and are you going to do anything with what's left in the helicopter? Or are you going to just...
Well, has anything been touched? Like, is all the machines and shit still there?
All the stuff is still there. You look over and you see there's still the mound where you buried the helium.
Hey, we rolled really well on that. That was well hidden.
Yeah, but we
Yes,
know where it is.
You know where the mound is.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it'll use less fuel if we empty the helicopter, but it means there's a big machine there to hide.
Nah, just take it with us. I'm sure
Okay.
we can keep fuel.
Sure.
You all get in the helicopter. I assume the doc's flying again.
If everyone's happy for her too.
Yep.
Apparently, an accomplished helicopter pilot. Canonically.
I mean, at this point, she's got to have at least 1 point in helicoptering.
Well,
Do I?
You've done a couple flights and haven't fucked up yet, so... Skill point.
yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Alright. So you add +1 then to see how you get on.
Helicoptering. 21! Oh my god!
Definitely deserve that point.
Natural 21, yeah.
Thank you!
The helicopter flies easy up into the air. It sort of looks around and you see in the distance to, let's say, the east, you see some sort of like bluish tinge on the horizon.
Could be a beach. I've never seen a beach. I grew up in an underground complex.
Did we all?
Yeah.
Right, so what do you want to do?
Let's go that way.
Alright, so you shunk the helicopter off in that direction. Let's see if anything weird happens. You eventually, after a couple of minutes of flight, see there is some sort of gigantic blue pool beneath you. So the closer you get, the more it seems sort of blue-black rather than like clear blue. It just seems to be a massive pool, but there does seem to be sand around the edges of it. Do you want to stop here, or do you want to continue looking for the sea?
I mean, it's got like water, it's got sand, that's pretty much a beach, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
but we
I'd
needed
say
a rocky one.
Proper beach. Proper beach.
And we wanted a rocky beach as well.
Yeah, we promised there a
For
rocky
our
beach.
for the sake of our fishy friends.
Yes. We shall continue onwards then.
Right, continuing on the same direction.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I guess so.
After flying for about another 10 minutes, you hear the engine begin to start coughing.
Oh, cuck.
What kind of coughing? Can I discern
Roll,
what the engine problem
roll
is?
electronics to see if you can work out.
Can I roll to help?
Yep.
I'm flying it, so if anyone's going to go fix anything, it's going to have to be... Yeah, Index.
Yeah,
So.
Index works out that it must just be... The fuel level must be quite low.
We're running out of fuel, guys.
Oh, okay. Well, let's turn back then and
Yes.
go land on that beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Good plan.
Only flying for 10 minutes. We can't be that far from home.
Alright, are you wanting to land at the beach by the weird blue-black pool?
Yeah.
Alright.
Seems as good a place to find helicopter fuel as any.
Give me a roll +1 to see how your landing is.
Oh dear. Please
Grace,
be nice.
Grace, Grace.
Oh, 19.
Oh.
You land
Apparently I am a helicopter pilot.
Yep. So you land at the edge of this massive pool. And again, there's very hot sand beneath your feet that looks a kind of terracotta colour rather than a typical beachy sand colour.
Okay.
Wouldn't recommend swimming just yet. That might be
Who
radioactive.
brought the picnic blanket?
Yeah.
Maybe the reason it's so dark is because it's full of oil. We can use it for the helicopter.
Oh,
Helicopter. Yeah, that sounds better, helicopter.
Helicopter.
Then you said that word.
For some fuel. See if we can refill the helicopter.
Alright, how are you going to get the fuel out of the water?
you'd have to refine.
Science.
Let's build a science rig to refine oil.
I'm going to science it.
We shall employ the process of fractal distillation.
Not too difficult.
Okay. I'm intrigued how you're going to do this with the belongings you have on you plus the box of clown supplies in the back, but carry on.
I don't know. I am not a sciencey character.
I'm sure there's enough scrap around to build a giant cylinder with multiple pipes coming off of it, and after that all we need is water and basically to boil the water.
Fractional distillation, not fractal distillation. I'm getting mixed up between my distillations.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a sciencey character.
It's not that
Alright.
difficult. You
You
build a
see-
fire and
You do see a couple of barrels floating in the water.
Should we try and find out if it is actually fuel before we just, shove it into the copter and, make a bomb?
That's why we're distilling it, I'm sure. I heard it once in a movie.
Yeah, the doctor's going to walk down to the sort of water's edge, and she probably will have some sort of test tube or something on her to scoop a little bit out and have a look at it and a sniff at it. And I mean, she wears protective gloves all the time anyway.
So, what are you going to use to take the sample?
A little test tube.
Alright, so you now have a test tube full of murky water.
What does it smell like? I'm going to take it back to the group. Be like,
Well, who's smelling it?
who's got the best smell?
I can
I
listen.
ain't got no
Probably
sense
me.
of smell.
I've got my rat smell.
Alright. Yep. You smell. It smells oddly flammable, and after a couple of minutes of looking at it, it does seem to begin to split into two separate sections.
So probably the water at the base and oil at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I relayed that to the group.
So the question is it crude oil or is it already refined oil?
Should
You
I
know,
roll
into
again?
Petrol
Doesn't
or...
really matter, does it?
Well, I mean, crude oil's not going to run in an engine.
Yeah, but even if it's refined, it's not going to be the exact chemical composition that's optimal for a helicopter fuel. You'd need to... This is not in character, by the way, so should I stop talking?
No, it's fine.
No.
'Cause-
No, but it will work as opposed to crude oil, which probably wouldn't.
Like, the doctor's point that she's going to make is it could possibly, if we roll really well, just happen to be that somebody spilt helicopter fuel all over this lake.
See, sure.
That's how I'm playing it.
Perhaps me and the doctor could combine roles with her helicoptering knowledge and my chemistry knowledge. I'm gonna try.
I do have a +2 in chemistry as well.
Yeah. Oh,
So
+3. That's a decent roll between us.
we can science together, right?
All right, roll.
Collective effort.
Love the lab partners here.
Two of you sort of debate what best to do about it, and eventually end with the doctor dropping a lit match into it, and it doesn't catch fire.
Very scientific.
Hey, at least it didn't explode.
Well, I don't think it'll fuel the helicopter.
So, if it's not catching fire, probably because the hydrocarbons aren't short enough. They're quite
Yes.
long, probably, and
You need to
heavy.
crack it. Or perhaps there are some, but it's just not enough. So you'd need to either distill it or distill and crack it, which is going to be very fun considering we have the helicopter itself, ourselves, and a picnic blanket.
And some crackers.
And you have
Science on the beach.
You have a box of clowning supplies.
Right, what exactly are the clowning supplies then?
I think if I
With-
remember right, it was balloons, confetti. I think there was a couple of buckets, and you find at the bottom a couple of canisters of spray cream.
Okay, so could we make a little cylinder from the bucket and like use a balloon as a lid, build a fire?
I mean, we probably could look around, find a bit of scrap that's more like a large cylinder that we can use. All we have
there's
to do is drill holes regularly along it, attach pipes, and lit a fire underneath.
There is some barrels, so couldn't Tam Tam and
Pipes necessarily, because you could just put like the balloons over it and just inflate them with whatever fuel it is that's at that level.
Could do.
But that's assuming that the pipes would be easier. I'm just saying, if we can't find any pipes, we could use the balloons.
And I roll awareness to find pipes.
Sure. Yep, you notice that in the sort of pool of water there is also a couple of like long, look like scaffold poles, which you could use as tubes.
can a Tam Tam like float over there and
You can
Grab
you can-
them?
You can float
Lasso
over and
them?
grab them. If there's
I
nothing
could grab
attached to the other end, you can definitely pull them away.
I grab them. I'm not sure about lifting them all the way back. I do only have my one little grabber, and it's not the
yeah,
strong.
but just
It's
drag
in
them.
water.
In
It is
water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Could you could you tie a rope round one and then we can haul them up?
my grabber
Yeah,
has the
that could
same
work.
strength as a human's thumb and fourth finger. It's not exactly a muscle-bound hulking arm.
Yeah, but you can tie a knot.
Just how nasty is the water?
It looks like there's definitely something tinted in it.
See, Mr. Officer A. Tire, do you like need to breathe?
I mean, no, but like,
No, but the rubber will perish.
yeah.
I'm wondering if I can just go and get them.
The best thing is to have Tam Tam over there who ties a rope. We haul them up. Easy peasy, everyone stays nice and dry.
If
Except
we
Tam
have
Tam.
rope, I could pre-tie it so that all you need to do is loop it around and then pull on it. And it shouldn't take too much force, and then we'll pull the other end of the rope.
Sure.
I don't have rope, but I do have jump leads.
We can check in the helicopter amongst the clown supplies.
For rope?
Yeah.
I've still got them.
Always look for rope.
toys.
Let's see
Most
it.
cars have it.
Before I go under, I'd like to sort of shake out my boot of all this like stuff that's in there, so as not to get it all sopping and wet and
That's
gross.
right.
Index and stock, for instance. You know.
When you look through the clown supplies box, you do find a couple of strings of... They are like rope with like little... What are they called? The bits of paper hanging off them with like triangle shape.
Bunting.
Bunting, yes. You find several ropes of bunting.
That'll do.
I thought you, for some reason, I thought you were going to say like napkin rope things. You know, when they pull all the napkins out.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Okay, I'm going to pull the bunting off of like 2-foot end of the rope, and then I'm going to pre-tie some knot into it.
Okay.
That, as soon as they've got a little bit of resistance, just pulling on the main line of the rope will tighten them up.
Alright. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to roll for that. I assume you can just tie knots with like all the time in the world. You can just tie the knots you need.
Yep.
And if this does work, it means we do have a never-ending supply of fuel for the helicopter.
Yes, and is the weather nice here at the beach?
At the moment, it seems relatively warm. It's cloudy, but relatively warm.
Yeah.
Nice enough.
The doctor's going to take a little bit of time and lay out on the picnic blanket and, you know, maybe roll up her little trousers a little bit. So she's beachy.
Did anyone bring a parasol, or is that wishful thinking?
We can use the shade of the helicopter.
Ah, yes. Very smart.
Mm.
I'm gonna lie out and put my little gas mask on in lieu of sunglasses and just kind of chill.
Nothing says chilling like wearing a gas mask.
Exactly.
Welcome to 2020. Very timely.
Mm-hmm.
Quarantine in style.
There's no reason though, like you couldn't put the same sort of coating that they have on sunglasses over the visor of a gas mask, and then you'd have like sunglasses gas masks.
Sun gas mask.
Yeah, but I suppose the difficulty with that is a lot of the assumption is when you're wearing a gas mask is your vision isn't going to be blinded by light. It might be more surrounded in darkness because of toxic gas.
So transition.
Transition lenses in your... Yep.
I mean, quite often they're at least slightly tinted.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable.
Index has transition lenses in her gas mask confirmed.
Just canon.
Yep.
Just like my daughter.
So, how's the pipes coming along?
Presumably, sort of attempted to get the rope around it.
Okay. So you fly out into the middle of this water and you drop the rope round the edge of this. Do you want the pipe or the barrel first of all?
Let's go with the pipe.
Alright. So you hook the rope around the pipe, you let it drop like till it's back sort of under the water a little bit. Are you going to shout that it's there and everyone pulls, or are you going to start yourself, or what are you going to do?
I'm going to give it a slight tug just to see, you know, if there's resistance. Because my little arm can do that much.
Okay. Give me a natural roll just to see what happens when you do it. Give it a little tug.
Oh god.
Yep, it doesn't seem to be that much resistance.
Can I give it quite a sharp tug now?
Yep. Rope. Yep, the rope just seems to tighten round the pole. Although the pole does feel like it's attached to something else, you can feel it pulling a little bit reasonably towards you.
Okay, so I'm going to take the end of the rope to the shore where everyone else is and say, it might be heavier than we first imagined, but here's the rope, tug away.
I kind of feel like I probably have the highest torque out of anyone here. So I say tie that rope to me and I'll pull it out.
Sure.
Alright.
What's the worst that could happen?
He buries himself.
And it is traditional for someone to get buried at the beach. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Just in case they'll like put some cardboard out in front of me.
We don't have cardboard, but we do have the picnic blanket.
You have clown costume.
Yeah.
Strength, I guess.
Yeah.
Despite my impressive talk, I only have 3 strength.
So you're sort of spinning to try and pull this pole in. You get about maybe 2 or 3 meters, and then you start beginning to spin, slowly begin to dig yourself deeper and deeper in the sand.
Told you guys I wasn't good with sand.
I just have a mental image of like a spray of sand going all over the good doctor, just slowly burying her.
Yeah,
We
she
got,
just
like, a-
kind of stood there, and she like pulls her goggles down over her face, and it's just like,
We got like a mat or something we can put underneath me, guys.
is the rope beside
Why don't
me?
we
Can I
all
just
grab
grab
onto
it?
the
Yeah.
rope? Yeah.
Let's
and
all
just
pull the rope.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll stand on the rope and pull. I'm helping.
Alright.
I think I have a strength that's like too high for my. Like it feels like my strength is too high for my
But
body.
the thrusters.
That's true.
I think Urwaz is just so horrified at everything that she's just not up to helping at all.
She's really questioning all her life choices right now.
She's just sitting there, like her head in her hand, rocking back and forward, going, "Why the fuck didn't I just answer the ear?"
If it makes you feel better, I apparently have 6 intelligence.
Wow, I'm honestly amazed that Officer Tyre has that much intelligence.
So you start pulling, the pole begins to move towards you, and then you feel it stop and begin to start pulling, like, back down.
Heave ho, everyone.
It's like
Yeah.
the weirdest anglerfish ever.
Doctor will,
Alright. Roll for
go
everyone this time.
again.
Pole begins to start pulling you all towards the water's edge.
Ooh, oh
Can
dear.
I help, or am I like too buried?
You're helping, but you're tied round it, so you're still spinning. But yes, you can roll.
If anyone
gonna
shouts for
try
me,
again.
I could have a go.
Arwa!
Please come help.
I'm
This
going.
is not going well.
I'm going to
What
start.
are you doing?
We're trying to build a
Start
distillery to get helicopter fuel.
I'm going to start playing a sort of heave ho type song.
Roll to inspire everyone.
I think I might have helped.
Do I use my music, perhaps?
Yeah, add your music.
Good heave ho song.
Yeah.
You inspire everyone. Let's see what happens. Yep,
Hey,
you
you
all
boys.
hunk together and start hauling this pole. It gets about halfway towards the water's edge.
Ah, yeah. Keep going,
To me.
everyone.
To me.
Again.
To you. To me. To you.
Hey ho, hey ho. It's off to work we go.
Gonna pull again.
Woohoo! Oh, we're getting somewhere now, friends.
Oh, damn it.
Yep, you pull it a bit more towards you. So one more good tug and you should be able to get it free.
Yep.
Oh, come on, friends. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
It looks like Tam Tam has sprained his little grabber.
Oh no!
Oh,
I guess I still
You were
rolled one.
doing music.
you played a wrong note.
Yeah, no, his little grabber has started leaking oil.
Oh no!
It's lost a bit of his strength.
I've got some duct tape.
How do I adjust strength? Is that strength minus one?
Just -1 to your strength for now.
Okay, I'll just put -1 on the sheet for now. That'll do.
I'll the doctor index will fix you later on. So it's
Yeah.
be temporary. Alright, so you pull the rod clear. So you now
Hang
have,
on.
like,
The doctor's going to realise this just as she pulls the goddamn thing clear. She's going through my crafting materials. She's got a fucking distillery kit.
Got to be shitting me.
I was gonna say, I wonder if they remember they have.
Oh my god! Why are
You
you
make
like
a bigger
this?
one.
You were just letting us fuck up, weren't you?
You're remembering
So
now.
sorry, friend.
It's alright.
So you pull this massive pole free, and with it comes this gigantic crab.
Oh, fuck.
Oh god damn it!
So crab that's, let's say, 3 meters from side to side, and
Jesus.
maybe about 3 meters in tall as well.
How
One
did it
massive
breathe
claw.
onto there?
Can I barrel into the crab to try and get it to fall back into the water?
Are you going for a leg?
I feel like I'm not really aiming.
Roll to see how you
I think I'm
go.
just gonna barrel right.
Wait a minute, crabs can only walk sideways, so if we stand in front of it, we're fine.
Off the tire speeds straight towards the crab. He's still tied to the pole, so the pole
No.
comes with him.
It might not be aggressive, shouts the doctor as he does so.
Yeah.
We should have
He's
helped him.
resisting our worth.
Let's see. As Officer Tyre reaches the water, he begins to start free spinning, not sinking, but sort of just spinning in place and slowly sinking into the water in front of this crab.
I thought the crab was out of the water.
Crab just came from the depths of the water up into
Shallows.
not shallows, but like maybe about 2 meter depth.
Honestly,
I saw a crab.
if we just pull the metal out from under it, it'll probably just scuttle back into the water.
I mean, that's very good, but could you guys pull me out? I kind of got excited when I saw the crab.
He's still attached to the rope, and the rope is attached to the pole. So if we pull the rope, we'll get both the pole and our friend? Question mark?
It
Do you
could
want
be
me to-
lunch.
What, the crab?
Yeah.
This is true.
If you really want to eat that.
Not really, but
Well,
Of course, someone would eat it. We could set up an impromptu shop, make a name for ourselves.
Could you introduce us to the crab as friends with the common underwater tongue?
as long as it speaks Atlantic Deep, sure. Does anyone else speak Atlantic Deep?
I
Or
speak
any other
Morse.
underwater
I
language?
speak rat.
I
I don't speak
Morse.
any other
Actually,
languages.
Can I roll to see if I have any crab noises on file?
Sure. Roll your music. Yep.
Okay.
Apparently he does have crab.
You start blaring clickety noises. It's basically just the sound of crab claws snapping. Let's see how the crab reacts to all this.
Please.
I'm getting flashbacks to Lob Renner.
The crab doesn't seem to like the sound of this sort of snapping and snaps its own claw in sort of retaliation. Doesn't seem very happy though.
I don't think it's working there.
I
Well-
think you might just be annoying it.
Either.
Maybe just. The
Either
doctor's
it's-
just going to metal out of the way.
Okay,
Of
I'm
like-
going to use my little thrusters to sort of thrust around it, so like I'm hovering over the deeper part of the lake, preferably out of reach of his grabby hands, and keep playing that noise whilst you guys pull the pole out. And maybe offer satire if you think it's worth it.
Okay.
I will try.
I appreciate it, guys.
8.
I mean, you are a rat, you know.
Yeah.
So you're
Pulling me out.
distracting it.
essentially.
okay. So you put
And
the
those
rope
two-
to attach them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tam Tam was gonna like. Are you still clickety clacketing as you
I'm
hover
still
out in?
clacketing.
Blaring clackety noises.
And you're hovering out towards like the opposite direction to distract the
For
crab,
sure.
I guess.
Yeah.
While we
I'm hovering over the water.
and then we're pulling.
Yep, you pull the rope and Officer Tyre in. Officer Tyre does look a little worse for wear. It looks like his rubber's not coped very well being in the water.
Yeah, the water ain't very good.
No one's.
I don't
found.
recommend it.
Are your tires replaceable?
I mean, I guess if we can find another tire, it fits.
Easy enough.
Alright, so you pull Officer Tyre and the pole out. The crab is still there. What do you want to do?
Back
Can I
away
just
from the
shoot the
crab.
crab?
You can just shoot the crab if you want, yeah.
No, just leave him alone.
Or
Just
how
go
about I
away.
get a chance to actually try and speak to it?
Oh yeah, well, I forgot that was a plan.
Alright, roll animal handling.
Why is it animal handling? I'm just talking to it in a language.
Crabs are animals, though, I would argue.
Oh, they are animals. Yeah.
Are you sure it's any less sentient than members of this party?
I mean,
No.
that's typecasting. I don't appreciate that.
Crabs are not stupid animals. But fine.
Alright, you start talking to it, the crab. Actually, no, it's a roll and see what the crab does. Natural 1. The crab just starts swinging for you. Turns to its side and starts charging towards Urbaz.
Oh, god damn it. Guys, I was trying to clickety clack over here.
What shall I do in response? I'll scream at it to back the fuck off.
Alright.
And then if it doesn't...
He'll be very sorry.
Yeah.
It's very determined to just keep charging towards you.
Also, it's a
How
crab.
close is it to other people at this point?
I think you were all relatively bunched up. I think you said you went off the side a bit for this, so let's see if everyone else is about 2 meters away from you.
Okay.
I guess technically I'm further away as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you would be.
I'm just gonna run.
Is there any... How big is this crab? It might be too
About-
thick to
about
shoot.
3 meters tall.
3 meters tall?
Aim for the cracks in the carapace, and it will go straight through.
Okay.
Or shoot it in the apron, which is also its junk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty weak around there.
So
Also-
I'm going to use my crossbow and bolt
Okay.
to aim for the weak spot.
Alright, roll.
Nope.
Natural 1.
Uh-oh.
See what happens. Odd or even.
Stupidity snappity.
Even.
It's odd. Oh dear. As you go to aim, the crab tries to slam its claw down on you. You manage to sort of dodge just at the last second, but your shot fires off. It hits. Well, it would be the lowest, but that is the Doctor and Officer Tyre.
Ouch!
Sorry.
Through the
It's alright!
Through the Doctor.
Let's see, is it the Doctor or is it Officer Tyre? It's the Doc. The arrow flies through the air. It slices clean through the dog's leg. The dog's leg is now hanging off. She's bleeding quite badly.
That is not physically possible.
I can thermal staple myself back together!
If it goes into her leg,
It's
Like,
not
please
a
have a
ballista,
leg.
mate.
I'm also a halfling, so it's not like I'm super massive. So if it's maybe gone through my knee.
I guess actually if it destroys your kneecap, that...
Yeah.
Don't worry, I
took an arrow to the knee.
This was meant to be a day in the beach!
It used to be an adventure.
Until I took an arrow to the knee. Now I
Hello,
stay home with all the fluffies.
Hey, join the No Leg Club.
Did you know that apparently that is a real phrase and it means you got married?
Yeah. Bend the knee.
It's essentially the same as the whole ball and chain thing.
You got married to the crab.
don't worry, I got some zip ties.
I mean, can I dermal staple this?
You can dermal staple it. Your knee is fucked, but yes, you can dermal staple it.
So I'm at least not bleeding. Okay.
Is this your patella or is it a rock?
You are bleeding. It's just that your leg's not hanging off. It's stapled back together.
Oh, this is a pair of trousers that are ruined. Okay. Can I take my rifle and shoot the crab that's still running at us?
Yeah, you can. Roll.
Oh no.
You go to shoot. Your shot's well wide of the crab. Let's see what the sound does. Natural 1. The sound angers the crab even more.
God.
Guys,
I'm gonna run for the helicopter.
Tam, get back down here and I can try and Uzi it, maybe.
alright.
Or maybe we should just run for the helicopter.
I'm going to Uzi it from where I am over the lake in the hope that that will at least distract it. And because, you
Yeah.
know, I'm floating, he's going to have a difficult time getting to me unless he suddenly also develops flight. So,
Can crabs jump?
I don't
can
think
they
so.
fly? I think is more important. Can they
Neither.
fly? They can't jump. I thought they could jump.
I'm pretty sure. They can kind of fling themselves, but they can't jump upwards. Their legs don't really go up.
Oh, that's not particularly impressive, is it?
So, I googled it, and it doesn't mean crabs. It meant crabs is in the pubic lice. Apparently, if you ask if crabs can jump.
Ah.
They
Oh.
can jump
Great.
sideways, but from what I remember of dissecting them, their legs only really go sideways.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'll see a crab that you dissect jump.
We had live ones as well. We were allowed to hold them. We did dissect those.
They can't jump very much.
I'm just really curious now as to
Have
try to
to-
find.
I don't think they've got the range of motion in their leg, like in their
Yeah.
hip joint. So
Like, I've seen videos of them flinging themselves sideways into the water, but that's hip thrusting, basically.
Alright, so presumably I didn't do much.
You shoot all around the crab's legs. It seems to change its focus from the Doctor to you.
That's alright. You can't catch me.
Are you the gingerbread man?
Oh no. Something bad feeling about that. About this whole plan. What's about to happen.
Alright, so what's everyone else doing?
I'm trying to get to the helicopter.
I mean, I'm really loath to try and shoot it again, but
Yeah, just try and, get out of there. I'll
I mean,
catch up when we get to the helicopter.
can I find something to just throw at it to distract it?
It's already distracted by me, to be fair.
It's already
Okay.
currently distracted by Tam Tam, so
Okay. I guess we try back to the helicopter then.
Actually,
Doesn't seem
while
to-
it's distracted by me, what can you grab? Can you grab like a pole and whatnot? And
Oh, yes, we should be.
Joust the crab.
Yeah.
God, with the helicopter. Strap the pole to the helicopter.
Oh my
and joust
God.
That would be
the crab.
amazing.
It would be.
Yeah, I am all for this plan.
Wait,
Alright.
actually, does it have fuel? Did we refuel it with your distilling kit?
We didn't get a
No.
chance. It has enough for a joust, probably.
It should have
Yeah.
enough for that, but we're definitely not going to do much more than that.
Yeah, we probably won't get home if we do that. But I mean, 'cause this
Yeah,
was
but
a
we'll
few
have
minutes.
jousted a crab. I feel like that's worth it.
Alright.
Yeah.
How are you going to attach the pole to the helicopter to joust the crab?
Well,
Bunting.
I got these zip ties.
No! We want it to break off. We don't want it to not break off. If it gets stuck in a crab, we want it to break off. So how about people just hang out the side of the helicopter?
If we stab the crab with it,
Yeah.
then we can carry it home like a trophy.
How
Like a kebab crab. Crab
How
kebab
strange do you
trophy.
think a zip tie is?
Duct tape and bunting, just to let you know.
Bunting will snap.
Look, I got these zip ties and goddammit, I'm determined to use them.
Alright, fine.
I will zip tie the pole to, I guess, like the landing ski of the helicopter.
Alright, roll to see how you get on zip tying the pole like a lance to the bottom of the helicopter.
Whoa.
Yep.
This
Managed,
one that I
managed to
get
attach it pretty fucking solidly.
See zip ties.
Alright.
And who's gonna drive?
Well,
Oh yeah, I'll drive. Lost a leg.
Well, she
you
lost
don't
it from
need
the
to-
knee down, so
Yeah, she can still drive a helicopter. Not like you.
mostly.
I imagine that, yeah.
But you know, she is screaming in pain.
Surely
Getting
Dr. Stein
blood all
has
over
some
his
sort of suspect drug in her coat that she would have necked by now.
No. She doesn't get high off her own supply, you fool. See? Fuck. Sorry, guys.
you try to start the helicopter. Dr. Stein's in too much pain to work out what she's missed.
Ah!
Can I try and do something to help the doctor first aid wise?
Yep.
Like,
First aid?
I don't
Yep.
really know what else I can do. Maybe, like, attempt to sort of sew what needs to be sewn back in
You
place?
can attempt tourniquet.
I can
start with
try.
bleeding.
Hey, you know what will make a good zip tie? Egg tourniquet. One of these zip ties.
Sponsored by Zip Ties. You tie something around her leg. You can't seem to get it tight enough to stop the blood, but it's at least on her leg.
Can someone try and pull us? Like, tight. Someone with not too harsh a grip.
Sure, I'll give it a tug.
Alright, roll.
Could the trained medical professional not be doing this?
Trained
Should be right back.
I think the trained medical professional was having a breakdown in the corner, just like, what the fuck are you all doing?
I'm zip tying a leg shut.
Alright. Officer Tyre breaks out the zip ties and finishes up.
No, he's pulling it, isn't he?
Yep, he's pulling it, but he's tightening it at the points with the
I
zip
don't
ties.
want to.
Okay.
No zip ties.
So,
Zip tie, new duct tape.
Hey, at least you're not bleeding out anymore.
That zip tie's yellow. It looks really good with your pants.
My pants are ruined.
so the doctor now has a tourniquet around her leg. She's a bit pale, but she is slightly more likely to live now. So,
Good.
Nice.
does anyone want to try and help her start the engine again?
I don't know how.
What is the
Maybe.
crab doing at this point? Sorry. Is he still distracted
The
by
crab is still distracted by Tam Tam.
The crab is getting its own lance ready.
He's just waving his claw at me, I'm assuming.
Couldn't we just leave the crab to calm down for a bit?
Wouldn't it be easier to tie the pole to me and then that could be the horse rather than a helicopter now that I think about it?
So many ideas going around. What does the party want to do?
I
think
don't
leave
mind
it.
so long as the end result is we joust the crab. Even if we just end up tying the pole to me.
The pole is now very, very tightly secured to the bottom of the helicopter from zip ties.
I mean, zip ties are a non-permanent, solution. You can cut them off. Zip ties.
I'm gonna let you joust a crab yourself. That
No.
sounds good.
So you're not going to use the help to joust the crab?
No.
Okay.
I'd rather
I guess
have the
not.
helicopter.
I will go down, I will detach the pole, and I will zip tie it to myself. To my right side.
Roll to see how well you secure it.
Oh shit. I noticed the ties. Oh no.
You seem to have tied it in a way that you can't move. Basically, you've like kind of hog-tied yourself. That way you can't actually roll anymore.
Can I cut him loose?
Can we just leave?
Do I have to roll?
No, you can just cut them loose, it's fine.
Okay, cut him loose.
Has the crab calmed down at all?
Let's see, has the crab calm down?
I mean, do crabs get tired?
Crab is still very angry and is still trying to catch Tam Tam.
He might be bored. I don't know if he gets tired exactly.
I mean, everything gets tired.
Really?
What is the energy of a crab?
I mean,
The
it would
energy of a crab is clicky boy. That's crab
would
energy.
How quickly do crabs tire?
Thanks, Google.
Not that
Fact
time,
sheet
the other
crabs, the Marine Biological Association. Da, 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 da.
The bated breath of waiting to see what happens to this.
apparently, according to the Google search, how much stamina do crabs have?
Yes.
It says they need to rest after about a minute.
time. This is a big crab.
Although this is based off pinching things with their claws.
The doctor is literally just bewildered and not sure what to do.
Apparently, female fiddler crabs, like males, with stamina.
So while the doctor is slightly high on lack of blood, and the Index is removing the zip ties muscle tire to let him move again, what is Tam Tam doing to avoid being snipped by a crab?
Well, I'm not getting too low down, basically. I'm trying to stay above it.
The crab seems to be slowly stalking after you, but it's like following you.
I'm imagining that I'm like floating above the water, and it's like sort of half submerged in the water, and it's got its claws and it's clicking and clacking them up above like its head, if they have a head, in my general direction, but can't quite reach me.
Yes, it sort of slips its claw up towards you and then sort of pulls it back before it clacks, but yes, it's very much like trying to work out if it can reach you.
Why don't I just get in the helicopter and I'll throw a nice big rock at it?
I mean,
Now that sounds like a Bellry plan if I ever heard one.
I'm just hovering above it. I'm waiting for,
You could just hover above it and drop something heavy on it, yep.
I don't understand why Officer
Rocket launcher
Tyler will
armor.
go to joust.
I don't
can you
understand
hold
either.
How can you hold the joust properly when you're fucking spinning?
I was gonna tie it to myself.
It's
his
still going to
side.
spin with you.
no,
I
it's
didn't
the
think
center
that
bit.
far ahead, I just thought it would be cool to joust a crab.
The central part must have a gyroscope to enable him to move around, so maybe he was going to stick to that.
Either way, he got
Like
himself
the
stuck. Now I've
inside.
unstuck him.
The inside part rotates independently of the outside part so that the arms and stuff can maintain orientation.
I mean, it'd be a ball ache to make, but luckily we
Yeah,
don't
but
have
it's
to
the
imagine
future.
it. It's the future.
We just
Probably-
need to get fuel in the helicopter at this point.
We do.
So back to the crab, I do have rocket launcher ammo. So I don't know
Oh,
if we could
no.
somehow set that up and fly up and like light it and drop it as a bomb on him.
How?
Then that might also ignite the whole lake.
If you had a long length of pipe and a hammer, then
I was
maybe.
gonna say, what are the dimensions of the missile compared to the dimensions of the pole? Of the pipe, rather.
You know what, at this stage, fuck it, sure, you can use the pipe to shoot a rocket. How bad can it go?
Extremely badly.
Well, this
Remembering
is
the
true.
last time we used it, and it's coming back to me in vivid detail. We just wanted a nice day at the beach.
Yeah. I mean, we could drop the crate of clown supplies on it.
Yeah.
Cover it with squatty
See if it's
cream.
allergic to clown supplies.
Maybe it's got a dairy intolerance and we can use the cream.
Fuck it.
Given what it's been living in, I don't think poisoning it's going to be a possibility.
Could we use the aerosol in the canisters of cream to propel the rocket through the tube, making a makeshift rocket launcher?
I still don't see why we don't just, shoot it.
With a rocket launcher, yeah. This MacGyver-ass rocket launcher held together with duct tape and zip ties.
If you want to roll engineering to try and make a rocket launcher out of a pipe, a hammer, and some squirty cream, go ahead.
I have metal work.
Fuck it, metalwork will do.
We're going to die, aren't we?
Can we make him do this away from the helicopter?
Yes.
And us.
Yeah, away. You go down the other end of the beach off the
Officer Tyre is convinced he has made a rocking rocket launcher out of squirted cream, tube, a rocket launcher ammo.
So my plan is I'm going to ignite the aerosol in the can. So I'm going to go with them, like have a match with like a fuse at the top, and I'm going to put my match and light the fuse.
Gonna die, aren't we?
Right,
He's on the other end of the beach. He's not getting us killed.
do me a roll. I will say before you roll a misfire is 7 and below.
Can I add heavy weapons?
Do you have any points in heavy weapons?
Like 3.
Okay, then yes.
20% chance. of this.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Whoa!
I genuinely punched the air just now.
Yeah.
Officer Tyre somehow manages to make a propulsion system out of squirty cream. The rocket shunks straight forward towards the crab. Let's see what happens.
I saw something like this at a meth lab.
It smacks the crab right in the side. There's a massive explosion and you see huge chunks of crab shell flying around. It seems to have ripped off the armour of the side of the crab. It hasn't properly killed it, but it's significantly damaged it.
The doctor applauds.
Can I open fire with my Uzi from my position above, slightly above him?
Yes. You spam your SMG towards it, the crab immediately sort of spins round so that its non-weak side is facing you, but it doesn't do much. So at least half of its shell is missing at the top.
So basically what you're saying is, I was too slow.
As it felt like one bullet sunk into it, it spun round and like it's trying to protect its damaged side.
That's very smart for a crab. Alright, well, someone else take a shot. While the shell is pointed towards me, the weakened bit is pointing towards you guys, I imagine.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll get out the helicopter and use my rifle. Nope.
Miss it by a mile somehow.
Yep.
Come get some, you crab bastard.
Are there any like handguns I can use?
The doctor's got one.
I don't think you can use one on your. I think you can use Tam Tam's one because of the way
Yeah.
it's been put together. But I don't think you can
I'm
use
just
this one.
trying to think of a way to be
Hi.
helpful.
Remember, way back in first episode, I have that tiny little single shot handgun. That's really small. Can she use that?
Yeah.
Little Derringer.
I'm a big rat.
It's
If she like bounces on my shoulder or something.
Maybe like the doctor can like hold it in place.
Yeah. She's in one hand.
Let's see how this goes. Miss Fairtable was slightly higher, so but 3. So let's try.
Okay.
Next
Like the
plan
idea-
is to shoot the exposed side of the crab. Like weird blue coloured blood starts trickling down the side of the crab. It spins
copper.
round toward index.
Time to distract again, Tam Tam.
Ah, yeah. This poor crab must be so confused.
I think Airwas has just given up on life.
Kind of. I mean,
We're doing surprisingly well.
I can shoot it again. I have a machine gun.
You do?
Is that overkill?
I mean, I shot it with a ghetto rocket launcher and it's still pretty alright. I don't think it's overkill at this point.
I do not have any points for it. This could
Alright.
be interesting.
That's fine. Just Miss Fairtable slightly higher.
God damn it.
You fire towards it in a vague direction. You don't hit it.
Does it, like, scare it at all?
It turns towards you rather than index.
It's just going to be spinning in circles at this rate.
Yeah, I say we just all keep shooting it. Like, if we shoot it, get it to turn towards us, and then, like, Tam Tam shoots it, get it turned towards him, and then
Confusing.
Officer Tyre shoots it, because we're all at, like, different angles anyway, so, yeah.
It's back to Officer Tyre.
I will pull out my SMG and I will blast the crab, I guess.
Alright, roll.
Which is not a phrase I ever thought I'd say.
Yep, that's your face.
Nice.
Officer Tyre riddles the crab with holes. It starts pouring this thick blue tinted coloured blood and begins slowly sinking down. It looks like it can't hold itself up anymore. It's nearly dead. It's not completely dead, but it's pretty much on its last legs.
Okay, so do we want to get food and set up a crab stick shop? Or do we
Try
want
and wrench its arm off. Cook the crab.
Yeah. Or do we just want to kill it and enjoy the rest of our day at the beach?
I mean, we can kill it and then eat it.
That's true. Is there anything we'd need it alive for? Actually, before we do anything else, I'm going to set my microphone to record and I'm going to see if I can hear any other crabs in the area in case there's a mother crab underneath us there. we need to start running from.
I was very concerned because I thought you were going to try and get the death rattle of a crab.
I mean,
You know when I'm
going
going to play you as I kill you? The death rattle of a crab.
No, I'm going to
Roll that
record
for intimidation.
I'm going to record it, death rattle as well, but I'm also going to see if I can roll, I guess, awareness to see if I can hear any other crabs from under the water.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, blam.
Natural 20.
Nice.
You listen very intently, and you hear the crab sort of desperately making this sort of like very sound. And when you have your sensors turned up fully, you do hear the sound of something answering it.
Oh no. I am going to probably start playing audio clip of some kind of alarm. And I'm going to say, over the top of that, I'm going to say, warning, Mama Crab incoming, as loud as I can to all the other guys, in the hope that maybe they'll get the fuel sorted and get the hell out of there. Toot sweet.
Let's get distilling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Is there enough fuel that maybe we can move the helicopter a little bit further up the beach?
The helicopter looks like it's not got much fuel left. It's got enough that you can move it maybe a couple of minutes away. You're only about 15 minutes away from where you had it parked originally.
Okay. And so that's not enough fuel to get back there, no?
You could get it back there, but once you got it back there, you would
It wouldn't
literally
take
have
off.
no fuel to do anything else with it.
Okay.
I say we try and get some fuel quickly, fill it up, and get out of here.
Yeah, okay. So get out the distilling kit and...
Distilling, that very quick process.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to move the helicopter, you know, even just... I mean, I don't know how far crabs like coming out water.
Are you just gonna like scoop up buckets of this water and pour it in, or what are you doing? How much water are you distilling?
A couple of buckets, I guess.
We'll start with a couple of buckets and see how it goes.
I'll add my to help.
So what are we doing? Chemistry, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, basic facts.
Are you distilling it at the shore line, or you moved it a tad up the beach?
We are up the beach.
Oh, okay.
Alright, after about 10 minutes you've got maybe, let's say about a couple of litres of fuel, not much, but it doesn't look as refined as you're used to. It's got sort of like greenish shine to it.
Have we been able to work out what it actually is?
Not
Like
You've not tried to check
oil.
that, you just sort of sniffed it and found out it's flammable.
Okay, now that we've refined it, can I do a basic science check on it?
Do we
It'd
get
be
any-
really useful if it was actually, you know,
I was going to say,
hydrocarbon.
Yeah, I was
know
gonna say,
something else that burns.
do we get any bonuses for using chemistry set?
Let's both have go at.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll as well? I've got a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sciencing together, team.
Alright, you find that it seems to be a petrol diesel kind of thing. It does seem to have some sort of impurity in it that you can't work out what it is, but it does seem to have the same qualities or same distillation points as either petrol or diesel. I can't remember which one it was. Fuck it, let's go with diesel. It seems to be the same sort of distillation point as diesel.
Let's be honest, it's probably crap at this point.
Yeah, it's going to leave the engine pure dirty, but we can deal with that later. Let's throw it in.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
We need to
Right.
get back.
We need to
Okay.
change the oil filter afterwards anyway, because we've been
Yeah.
in the desert, so...
Alright, so you chuck the fuel into the helicopter. Are you doing anything with this dying crab?
Nope.
Leave
Can I,
it.
like, put it out of its misery?
Can, yeah.
That would be good.
Roll.
Like, just execution style.
Just sort of walk up, hold your gun sideways and shoot it after playing its death rattle at it.
No, I've got something better.
Alright, you talk me through it then.
I mean, it's pretty much up until the death rattle bit.
Alright.
That was absolutely crabtivating.
Officer Tyre rolls forward into the water, aims his gun, and manages to miss the crab at point blank range.
It's all because of the fun.
Yep.
Can I do another awareness check?
Natural 20.
After the gun.
The ground begins to rumble.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Get into the helicopter.
Get to the chopper, what I'm
Okay.
going to play, you know.
I hope
that
I
clip-
roll well.
That clip from that famous
so-
movie.
Is Officer
Excellent,
Tyre
mate.
going to follow on, or is he going to wait and try and kill this crab first?
I feel like now is a good time to try and get out, yeah.
Alright, roll to see how Officer Tyre does now he's half deep in water. Yep. You roll out, though you are still dissolving in parts. You do feel like your tire's getting like more and more falling apart, and you are getting slower through the sand. Can the doctor do me a roll to see how she gets on, trying to get the helicopter to start up?
10.
Nothing happens the first time, so the ground
Try
continues to rumble. Try again.
Try again.
Then the helicopter splutters into life.
Good job, helicopter.
Is everyone else on the helicopter, I take it?
I mean, I'm not. I'm just flipped on it.
I am.
Way to the
Ta
chopper.
da!
I hope so.
I mean, you're flying, right? So can I, like, fly towards you? And you can fly in through the door?
Sure.
Okay, just to double check this. So, the boiling point of diesel fuel is about 626 degrees Fahrenheit. How much is that
Real
compared
numbers.
to...
A lot.
Yeah, and acids are a lot lower, so they have boiled out.
Yay!
I did check this,
Yay.
because I heard that... Yeah, so we've boiled out acid. We're good.
Right,
Yep,
well,
continue.
Either way, I'm going to start blaring out Another One Bites the Dust as I leave the dying crab off the chopper.
Alright.
I'm torn between making another pun and also falling out of the chopper.
The whole water seems to shudder a bit, and this massive crab, about 10 times the size of the other one, just rises up out of the water.
Jesus.
Tam in the helicopter yet?
Yeah, let's see, he's made it to the helicopter.
Woo! Okay, can we just like, fly off into the distance?
Yep.
Back home.
Yep, I assume you're going to park it where you had it before?
Yeah, nobody seemed to find it.
Alright, so you park the helicopter in the woods. Are you doing anything else when you're flying over the crab? Are you dropping all the clown supplies on it or anything?
What a parting gift.
Yep.
Yeah, have some bunting.
Yeah, sure, fuck that crowd.
I mean,
Maybe if we can get it to associate the bunting and the clowns, it can go after the clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's give it
But
the
then what happens if, like, 5
Why-
episodes from now we encounter a giant crab with, like, a clown wig?
Then we're in deep shit anyway. I would suggest that we keep at least a little bit of the materials, like, you know, just for improvisational purposes.
You know, a couple of bits of
dump the
bunting,
rest-
squirty cream, yeah.
Yeah, dump the rest of the crate on top of it.
Alright.
Just, you know, as a fuck you.
So you fly away from this crab as the air is full of confetti and falling in cans of squirty cream.
The occasional wig blowing in the breeze.
Officer Tyre is still semi-dissolved. His rubber seems to be perishing from whatever it was you were in contact with.
Change the tyre quick. Throw that out too.
We have a tire to change.
No, we might be able to find one. I mean, do you need the tire to live?
I mean, he's a sort of single spike wheel beneath all the tires.
Yeah, I don't really need it to like live, but I need it to move.
I mean, if you're sure.
Ride of the Valkyries is now playing instantly. I've switched because, you know, we're in the helicopter now. So,
Good choice.
I mean, if you want, I feel like the rubber of the tire is probably pretty heavy. You could take it off and throw it at the crab.
just chuck the tire
Where
down.
are we going to
Chucking
find
random
another
objects
one,
at the
though?
crab, yeah.
Most cars.
A farm.
Alright. So as you're flying the helicopter back to where you have it and you're playing Flight of the Valkyries, do a roll to land the helicopter?
Sure. I am a helicopter pilot. Or not. I've lost a lot of blood and I'm very
The
small.
helicopter is swaying side to side and it does clip a tree on the way back. You do land it, but it's not as sort of nice a landing as did before. The helicopter's landing gear is slightly damaged.
Oh,
That's fixable. We're okay.
yeah.
You can keep your helicopter license.
Yay!
I make the doctor on like the back of like a bit of scrap of paper a helicopter license and I hand it to her.
Yay! The doctor is just like, she's lost a lot of blood, so she is just like, oh, this is so precious.
How about we get you some of them crackers?
Yeah, I like crackers.
Who else maybe can heal the doctor?
Yep, I can do some.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
medical professional. They put a zip tie round, you see?
Tourniquet around the doctor's left leg, round just above the knee, that's being shut with a zip tie.
Okay, I can do something with this.
A
Hopefully.
thermal stapler you can use.
You
Didn't you
notice,
also dermal staple it?
you notice at this
I
point
did.
the doctor's leg, it's gone pretty much blue. It is pretty much dead. But above the knee, it's fine.
It looks like we might be trying to source you an awesome prosthetic or cyber lower leg, Doctor.
Yay! I like that.
I thought you left Tex's body back where you left his, like, fish corpse.
Yeah, we could like scavenge his
No,
leg.
no. I'm pretty sure the doctor salvaged
All
stuff.
Tex's original body was brought back.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
fair
original
enough.
body you
that he
started
had
with is
left-
here.
Body that he had
It's
left
just
was
his
the car
actual
was-
body that was left in a bucket.
Part of his body that was in the car when it exploded is left, but the bits that were at Terry's shop, for example, were all brought back to the doctor.
Oh,
We
fair.
can
Well,
definitely salvage a leg from that.
I'd just like to point out that we did leave the bears dismantling it for the whole day, so there might
Yes.
not be much for us to scavenge personally, but I'm sure they'll have, sorted it all into nice, neat piles.
I mean,
You can build stuff.
Easy to build a new one.
And I do have a random bag of augments I haven't gone through yet.
one just might be a leg.
Yeah! Or I am a halfling, so I could use like a human arm.
What if, like, there's a
hand
random leg,
instead of
but
a
it's...
foot.
What if there's the leg, but it's just, like, slightly too long, though?
It's fine, I'll have a limp.
You can wear a
all
really
good
tall high
doctors have.
heel alongside it.
Yeah, I'll like put pixels on one shoe. But
I just have this image of the doctor adding like a wedge to the back of one shoe so she doesn't have a limp anymore.
yeah. She wouldn't put a wedge, she'd just have like a thick
Well,
welly.
Nail some more wood to the bottom of her shoe.
Just high-heeled welly boots.
I'm just imagining like a really stiletto heel.
Yeah, but, like, on a welly.
Yeah.
And as the global surveillance satellite moves out of range, we lose sight and sound, for now. Hopefully signal will return again soon. Until then, the cast of 2115 were Amy, Belry, Dragon, John, Rowan, Susie, Tom and Nikolai. With music by Daniel Bostrom and artwork by John Moore. All tales and experiences within 2115 were created by Nikolai Popsky before being broken and reshaped by the cast into an eternal sense of hopeless dystopia. But if the threat of eternal dystopia looms in your future, comfort yourself with the finest icosahedrons in the land from dndice.co.uk, where the name Penance RPG at checkout will shave 10% off your order and make that fear lessen, at least for a while. Penance RPG exists only through the kind support of patrons and quiet sobbing into the void. If you would like to assist in the balance of support versus our crying hungrily in the fetal position, come to patreon.com/penancerpg and choose one of our epic rewards. We are eternally grateful for any support you could give. Farewell for now, and remember, smile! It might never happen!
I assume that you will return to the base and start sourcing the doctor a leg as you sort of walk into the base, and I'm sure at this point you still hear Lottie snoring because, yeah. And the bears have quite happily dismantled pretty much everything, including one of the kitchen utensils that you was lying around.
Oh well, serves us right for being messy.
There goes the coffee machine.
Did you guys have your lunch?
They sort of look quite sheepishly, and then you realise that they've broken into your cracker supply, but they seem to have eaten half the box of crackers that you had left.
Oh, that's fine, that was their lunch.
Alright, well,
They're not in trouble.
on that note then, does anyone have anything else they wish to add before we stop?
I wish we could have had crab on the beach and just had a nice day out.
yeah. Oh
I mean,
well.
that was never going to happen for us.
Well, at least we know where to
No.
get fuel from in the future.
Yeah, we can go back and let's face it, being able to make fuel in this world is a pretty fucking
That's a massive deal.
yeah.
We've got helium
The slight
and low-grade engine fuel.
low-grade engine fuel in exchange
apparently
for
rocket
a
launchers.
30-meter-tall crab. I think that's a fair deal.
Well, I, for one, welcome the crab arc that will come.
Yeah.
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 Oh dear. This is probably the silliest episode yet.
I really hope the crab goes and gets revenge on the...
I mean, how fast was the chopper going? Let's say 100 miles an hour, 15 minutes. You know, you could make a couple of day trips, and, you know, if you take a wheelbarrows or something, you could bring back a whole lot of this low-grade fuel with you, and then distill it back at base, you know, and not have to worry too much about the crabs, other than when you're getting the water.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably rig something up so that we just scoot water up from the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then we don't need to go and find out which larger crabulon is there.
Yeah, that's true.
Could leave offerings to the crab as well and become a crab cult.
That's
Do you offer a
nice
crab?
idea.
I feel like I'm coming up with a lot of the silliest ideas today. For that, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Leave-
brilliant.
it's good.
How do we-
Leave me, as I
how-
said, if it goes left field, it's going left field.
Over time, it could be that I could learn how to click-clack in the appropriate way so as not to get us killed.
And we get a trade agreement going with the crabs.
Yeah.
We take a bucket or two of water, because there must be, because it's in the middle of a desert, there must be somewhere it's being filled from, because otherwise it would just all evaporate.
And we leave them bound and gagged clowns.
Yeah.
Delicious.
For
In
murder,
exchange,
you know.
our crab overlord gives us boons.
Hell yeah.
I love how this is all an option.
There's
Yep.
so much potential.
So much potential. Is there anything else you wish to add before we stop?
Yeah, I did have one question. I'm assuming that I haven't heard anything from Coco during this time.
Nothing at all, no.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Next time, I might just answer the ear. That was somewhat traumatic.
But
Yeah.
then
Very
you
informative.
wouldn't have had the crab.
Definitely traumatic.
I mean, we have a traumatic time when we don't answer the ear. We have a traumatic time when we do answer the ear.
I think I've found the pattern here, which is just we have traumatic times.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of traumatic times, my little grabber, is that going to be fixed in the interim? Now that I-
Oh yes.
Oh,
Don't
yes.
throw an index.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's possibly even could be an opportunity where we might be able to improve things with some downtime
Possibly.
and
'Cause
Hilariously,
we do
Yeah.
have a
did
little
the doctor lose her right leg and I lost my left leg, so between us we have a full set of legs?
Yes, but you lost your right leg and she lost her left leg.
Ah.
I wonder if we could make like a sort of oil, maybe some kind of lubricant out of that stuff. Actually, you said it there was impurities. Okay, scratch that. You want it very pure if it's going to be a lubricant.
I mean, dear.
We can probably play around with different ways of processing it.
Are we just going to become oil barons? Is this
yes.
Is this
I
how?
think we can take over. We can absolutely take over. Can we have this as the first season where we just rule shit?
I'd like to point out that oil and fuel might not necessarily be that useful if the world hasn't gotten used to using it. You know, if everything is done by horse and cart.
A lot of the old technology is still around. The problem is there hasn't been enough oil to use a lot of it.
I see.
If we make it,
They will come.
They will come. Yeah. We will create demand.
Alright, so everyone has a thought what Officer Tyre can do to move around when he's basically now just a thin wheel of spikes.
Why do we have to fix his problems?
We
Capable of
can
doing it himself.
probably
after
find
all.
him a new tyre. We can
Yeah.
probably just
Yeah,
scavenge.
we need to
and
find you a new
I mean,
type.
technically we can manufacture one if we have access to the oil, but it would be easier to find one, I feel, than making a tyre.
Mm.
Vulcanized rubber. Ugh.
Vulcanized rubber is made out of like trees though, not oil.
No? What's the synthetic
Well, tree sap.
called?
I don't know. Probably just rubber. Probably some sort of rubber.
And it's sap in the rubber tree, but I don't know
Yeah.
much about the production of rubber, unfortunately.
You stick the sap on like a hob and then you have vulcanized rubber. I'm pretty sure. It's quite simple as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
Like some dude made it by accident. How hard can it be?
we should be able to synthesize.
Or steal a tyre.
Can I join the no leg club?
Yes.
Can he though? He never had legs.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
Hence, I'm an
The loss
honorary
of
member.
locomotor parts.
Former legs.
Surely me and Tam Tam are the most legitimate members of the no leg club.
True.
You guys are
We're all
Certainly the
excluding Iroas here.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
I have legs.
Yeah, so you can't join the no legs club, but you also get the bonus of having legs. So
I mean,
I have legs. I just
Is that going to be the
they
name of our
I
group?
use them like fins in the water. We just haven't found water that's not poisonous. That makes me
Optimism.
sad.
Well, we have found some water, but it's in the water cooler and you they fit in there for a swim.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
I mean, you could stick your head under.
Yeah, I was an image of everyone sticking her head in a bucket of water just to get away from everyone in a piece.
I mean, I totally would.
And then Tex just swims past in a field of vision.
I'd stick my head in a bucket of water and start talking to the ghost of Tet. I'm sorry, little one. Oh my god, I want to kill them all.
Right. I love the idea
Today
now.
they went to the beach and awoke a crab god.
We have found the mighty Crabulon.
She shouts into the bucket, haunted by Tex.
Yep.